Do you take Peyton to be your husband?
Yes.
And do you take Rose to be your wife?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Aha! Bam! Second divorce! When I was about 17 or so, there was this guy I briefly dated who we will call Peyton. Peyton and I were both in the same class at a technical campus I went to early college for. Don't mistake that for him being smart or hardworking, though. See, Peyton, he was rich. The kind of rich where you don't for real work for anything and you just expect everything to just happen for you. And at this technical campus, there were two types of students. Student 1 were the kids that started college early and stopped going to high school. Student 2 went to the technical campus, but still went to high school. Most of these classes were really impressive. You would have students leaving high school ready to take on their careers, even if they weren't in college, just because of these classes. All of the classes, except for mine.
Bruh.
I was in cybersecurity networking, but unlike all of the other classes, my teacher should not have been at that school. He didn't really know what he was doing, and the entire class was online, which, I kid you not, he told us to cheat on every single unit. I didn't really mind because it gave me more time to work on college work, but every other student in that class really wasn't doing anything. Word had spread that this class at my campus was a total joke, and you could just go around and sit on your phone or computer and goof around for most of the day. And soon enough, my class was full of hooligans. Or just lazy kids that wanted a place to do a whole lot of nothing. Guess which type of student Peyton was, because I'll tell you what, he was not there for college. Anyways, I didn't really mind a bunch of guys not doing anything really. I can appreciate a good scam in high school, but Peyton sat somewhat close to my seat and he decided to ask me out. He seemed nice at first. I mean, I could tell he wasn't really there to learn, but I felt like that wasn't such a big deal. We talked a lot, and after the first week or so, I could tell we probably were just not a good match. Peyton was a huge jerk. From being rude to my friends, to finding out his views on society, to just being a kind of spoiled brat in general. I did not like the guy. But here's the thing. On one of our hangouts, I learned that his dad basically owns every business in that town. And it was not a small town either. I go to his house and it's huge. And they're casually talking about inviting me on a trip to go to Mexico in a couple of weeks. I say no, I don't really have the money for it, and Peyton just looks at me like I'm slow and goes, "You wouldn't have to pay for it." I still said no, because it was just way too early in the relationship and I really did not want to go with him, then dump him, and then deal with the backlash because they spent all that money on me. However, it did make me reconsider ending the relationship, as terrible as it seems. But Peyton, he didn't get better. He got a whole lot worse. Now, I was really busy. I worked 35 hours a week while in college full-time, while doing that technical campus thing, while working night shifts at a cafe as a bartender, super illegally, by the way, while working on publishing my first book. You should buy it, by the way. Peyton, however, would go to class, not do anything because my class wasn't really a class, go home, do his online courses for high school because he didn't do that anymore either, which I'm sure you can guess he cheated on, and that was it. He would go to his job that his dad got him at a retirement home where he was a waiter. I put quotes around that because he didn't actually wait. It was just him and some other poor girl. Yeah, so I actually just go in there and sleep. The cook makes all the food while I just kind of kick back. The girl does all the tables, so I don't have to wait on anyone, and they all love me. Well, one day I got home from school and I had a terrible day. I was beyond stressed. I had to work from 1 to 8 at my first job, 9 to 2 a.m. at the next job. Your girl was overworked. I told him how yesterday was the worst, and things were so busy. Oh my gosh, I totally get what you mean. Today I had to wait on 3 tables. It was so stressful. And because we were busier than normal, I have to come in tomorrow too. I work 2 days a week, not 3. I'm telling my dad about this and getting them fired. But yeah, you're like almost as busy as me. I'm kind of impressed. I used to be first chair on clarinet, not to brag, and it was a lot of hard work. So I get what you mean. He was also really rude at the businesses his dad owns, to the employees that worked there. And I kid you not, he would just go behind counters and just take food, to which the employees would just kind of look around and then just give up. Payne was a terrible person all around. He would get pulled over for going, and I'm not making this up, 60 miles over the speed limit on the freeway, and then ask Daddy to make it go away, and then brag about it was only a $100 fine. And that happened several times. Can you imagine just going over to someone you respect, or at least want to think well of you, and this asshole is just like, oh yeah, I was totally going 130 on the highway, and the judge just totally made it go away. People just like respect me. I mean, I had people coming up to me saying, Rose, are you really with this guy? And I just kind of shrugged and said, he's rich. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. His dad gave him like $20K to try to feel out the stock market when he was a bit younger. And he invested into crypto right before it got big and made a crap ton of money and just bought a sports car. Then he acted like he was some sort of business professional. Like, boy! And even though he was rich, he was a terrible tipper, which is kind of like a huge deal to me. If you know me, I am a big tipper, and I know not everyone likes to tip as much as I do. So I always say, hey, can I at least pay for the tip, or even the meal, just so I can give them an unreasonable amount? Well, I asked Peyton if we could go to this restaurant with me that's really special. I know the owners there, they know me, and I really care about them. I tell him I like to tip well over 20%, and I can pay for the meal. No, I got it. I tell him, no, really, I like to tip 50% here, and the bill's probably gonna be over $40. I can cover it. No, seriously, I can do it. Just leave your purse in the car. I got it. I just kind of shrugged and went along with it, because I know he's good for his money. We go in, and we don't actually get a whole lot. We split an entree and didn't get any drinks, so the bill was only $12, surprisingly. The bill comes out, and he pulls out his card and tells me, this card only works if I put a pin in it. I have it blocked otherwise in case someone steals it. I kind of just look at him and say, wait, what? The restaurant machine won't ask for a pin. No, it'll be fine. The lady comes over, who is also the owner, grabs the card and walks away with it. Peyton then just walks over into the waitress booth. You know, like the area customers aren't supposed to for real be going into, and then just takes the card and tries to make it work for himself. I just remember her turning and looking at me in horror, and I was mortified. Once Peyton realized it wasn't gonna work, he's like, oh yeah, I got cash, and hands her $13, which the bill was like 12 something, so that gives her like a 15-cent tip. Dude, what the hell? I could have paid for it. That's not even $1 for a tip. I know. She can get like a Starburst candy with it or something from Dollar Tree. It's not that big of a deal. We're leaving, and I'm already telling myself I'm gonna go back there later to give her a tip, and I notice Peyton has some trash in his hand. He goes over to one of the guys in the kitchen and says, hey, you got a trash in there? Trash? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're done. What? I said we're done. Take me back to my car now. You're such a bitch. Yeah, but I really did consider staying with him just so I could marry him and take half of what he's worth.
Do you take Peyton to be your husband?
Yes.
And do you take Rose to be your wife?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Bam! Second divorce!
Hold on, Rose. How rich was the guy, really?
I don't know, like, rich?
Okay, but you gotta give me a number. Listen, you gonna have to go back with your man. I'm sure he'll take you back.
What?
Listen. Bag the man, right? You can thug it out for a little bit. I mean, like to be honest, I mean, like, a little bit of foul play don't hurt nobody. I just thug it out for sure. You know what I'm saying? Get your bag.
I love you, Chan. Wouldn't it bother you to see me with another guy? I wouldn't want to be with anyone but you.
Nah, listen. Money is money, cheddar is cheddar, and paper is paper, okay? You go get back with the man, and you come back when you divorce him. Get the prenup.
But yeah, we were only together for like 3 weeks because he's a total racist, sexist, homophobic piece of shit!